The first thing you want to do is create an editor folder and a resources folder, and then go ahead and create a script inside that editor folder. Call it whatever you want. I called mine sliders. Open that up, delete everything inside. You're going to change it from mono behavior to EditorWindow, which requires us to be using Unity Editor. And then you're going to create a visible window through public static void show window. Then you're going to use sliders, give it a name, W equals sliders, get window, type of sliders. You can also set the min size of the window. I'm setting mine to be 300 pixels by 500, and you can also set the max size of the window. Again, optional, but a good practice. Then you need to add a menu item in order to actually be able to navigate to the window. I'll just call it window/sliders, and then you go up to window, sliders, and there's your pop-up window. Now we need to actually put something in the window. So we're going to do private void on GUI. You need some variables, so you're going to create a basic slider, call it float slide for the value, and then slide equals editor GUI layout dot slider is the function. I'm going to give it a label of adjust scale. We'll note that later. It's referencing slide, and then it goes from 1 to 10. Save that, and now you can see I have a slider, and note how it is a float, so you're getting the decimal points there. You can actually do an IntSlider is the other type. So I'm going to create 3 of those actually. IntSlide X, Y, and Z, set them all to a value of 1. And then I'm going to show them individually. IntSlide X equals editor GUI layout dot IntSlider as opposed to regular slider, which is a float. I'm going to give it a label of X position. You can call it whatever you want. References the IntSlide X, and I'm also going to give it a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to do the same exact thing for the Y and Z values of IntSlide. And you'll see a little bit later why I'm giving these slides the labels of adjust scale, X position, Y position, and Z position. So we're going to save that, open it up, and now you have 3 more sliders. And notice this time you aren't getting the decimal point values because they're all integers. So now we're actually going to do something with these sliders, make them actually do something for us. So we're going to say if selection.activeTransform, meaning that if we've actually selected an object, then the local scale of that object will be a new vector 3 and referencing our float slide or just regular slide for all 3 X, Y, and Z values. And then we're going to do the same thing for the position of that object, but this time we're going to give it IntSlide X, Y, and Z so we can change the position. Save that, open it up. You see nothing's changed, but if you go ahead and load in an object, I'm just going to load in a cube, you can actually adjust the scale, and you'll notice that the value of the scale in the adjust scale is also the value of the X, Y, and Z values of its scale. Same thing for the position. You can change the X, Y, and Z position from this new editor window that you just created. We're going to set all that back, and we're going to show the last type of slider, and that is a min-max slider. So you have a regular slider, which is float slide, you have an integer slider, and then you have a min-max slider. So for that, we're going to have 4 variables set. The minimum current value, we're going to set that to -50, the minimum limit value, the max current, and the max limit. And you'll see what this looks like in a second. We're going to set it up with editor GUI layout dot min-max slider. We're going to reference the min current and the max current, and then we're going to set the min limit and the max limit. We're going to save that, and now you can see we actually have an adjustable slider that can be increased and decreased at both ends. Now you can actually go and throw a horizontal and labels on either side of this in order to be able to actually show that it is a min-max slider. And that's it.